nila doon sa threat. So, there's a lump in the left breast instead of there is a lump in my left breast, sabi ni pasyente. Ayan. So, they usually distance it because they are still in denial. Okay? Ayaw nilang i-claim na ito yung nangyayari sa akin. Okay? Kung mga ganitong cases, ganun pa rin, still be supportive with them, understand what they are going through, show empathy, diba? Next is using professional jargon, yung mga medical terms natin. So, the use of jargon sounds exclusionary and paternalistic. More on tayo lang nakakaalam, mga medical team lang. So, the nurse needs to adjust his or her vocabulary to the patient. Kung hanggang saan yung kaya nilang intindihin, dun lang po tayo. Hindi yung nagmamagaling na tayo porket alam natin yung mga medical terms, okay? Hindi mo nang sabihin, alam ko na sabihin mo, oh, you had a myocardial infarction and this is going to be like this is going to be like that, we're going to do this intervention. O nakatanga si pasyente, hindi niya naiintindihan na ano ba yung myocardial infarction. Diba? Pwede man sabihin, oh, you had a heart attack. Mas naintindihan. Or sasabihin mo, oh, I need to give this medication to you. This should be taken for OREM. You will be taking it every 6 p.m. Kamong ganon. O, nakatanga na naman si pasyente. Ano yung per OREM? Sabi niya ganon. Okay? So, when we say per OREM by mouth, okay, you need to take it by mouth. Next, using leading or biased questions. Okay? Sorry. So, using leading or biased questions, ayan, leading. Bias. Example, you don't smoke, do you? Hindi naman kayo naninigarilyo. Ano? Diba? So, the way that I ask that, okay, it implies that one answer is better than the other. Now, if your patient wants to please you, the nurse, either he is forced to answer in a corresponding to the nurse's values or he feels guilty when he must admit the other answer. Okay, di ba parang magbabago kaya yung tingin sa akin yung nurse pag sinabi ko na oo, umiinom ako, oo, nag-i-smoke ako, di ba? Kasi kung ako, tatanungin ko kayo, you're still in first year, di naman kayo naninigarilyo, di ba? Okay? Yung the way that I constructed that sentence, it would imply to you that I would change my judgment or I would judge you if you said yes. Di ba? But if I ask you, naninigarilyo ba kayo? Diba? That would make you more confident in answering. Kesa sasabihin ko, hindi naman kayo naninigarilyo, di ba? Okay? So that is leading or biased questions. You are trying to lead them to make them answer according to your values, according to what you think is right. Okay? So ask them properly. Do not use biased questions. Next, talking too much. Now, if the nurse talks too much, the patient who is anxious to please the nurse lets him or her talk at the expense of his or her need to express himself or herself. Okay? As nurses, syempre nagtatanong tayo. Okay, but hindi naman tayo yung dapat nagmo-monopolize ng conversation. Okay? Kasi ang kailangan natin dito is the patient, the info from the patient na okay, sasabihin mo, fever mo, nag-fever tong anak ko. Ay, ako din yung anak ko nung rain last time, lubo din siya, tapos nag-fever, tapos 1 month kami sa ganyan. So, ikaw na yung salita. Diba? So, dapat more on being a good conversation lang tayo. Having a good conversation with them. Okay, you know when to stop, you know when to ask, you know how to put yourself in the situation wherein you know the right things to say. Okay, when to say it, diba? When to offer silence, pwede na yun. Okay, kaya nga sabi ko, you need to have your judgment and your common sense sa mga bagay-bagay. Next is interrupting. So interrupting the patient signals that the nurse is impatient or bored. Not interrupting. Kaya ayos sila magsalita. Know when to stop them pag sobra-sobra na po. Baka mamaya 3 oras na kayo dyan. Nasa question number 5 ka lang kayo. Diba? So you should know how to stop them. Sabihin, okay po, ganun ba yun? O sige, ito po yung next question ko. So you should know when to cut it. You should know when to cut the conversation. Okay? Kailangan alam nyo paano. Ayun, balik si patient doon sa loob ng conversation ninyo. Okay? Okay, next, using why questions. So the use of why questions in the healthcare setting by the nurse usually implies blame and condemnation. Madalas, di ba? Lalo pag may mga sinasabi si pasyente. Okay, pwede mo sabihin itong mga to. Pag sinabi, why were you so late for your appointment? Bakit na-late na naman kayo? Bakit ang tagal-tagal yung bumalik dito? Bakit ngayon nyo lang dinala ng pasyente? Di ba? But there are cases kasi na minsan mapapatanong talaga tayo kasi there are cases where it is watchers or the patient late at night bring them high fever, having a hard time breathing, tapos gusto nila mag-chicken meat nyo na gumaling yung pasyente. You cannot do that. We're not magicians. Okay? We're nurses. Hindi pwedeng i-magic yan. Ano nangyayari? Maybe they brought the patient 4 days na nilalagay. 4 days na inuupo. 3 days nang hindi makahinga. Okay? They would bring in the patient very late na and expect you to do your thing and to heal the patient. That's impossible. Okay? Case-to-case basis, mga adik ko. Okay, you are not magicians. You need to remember that. Okay? So, kaya minsan, bakit hindi naman dapat tayo nagpapala? Bakit kayo pinagdinala? Diba? Minsan hindi natin mapigil. Okay? So, but then again, you should try to avoid it. Okay? Challenging situations. Personal questions. Okay? Patients may ask the nurse questions about their personal. Minsan hindi nyo matatanggap dito. Sa inyo din pinapalik ng mga question. Ikaw nurse, saan mo? Ikaw na experiences mo naman to nurse. To answer them briefly with a direct answer. Okay? It's fine to answer them from time to time. Pero huwag nyo kayaan kayo na yung pinamanipulate ng client ninyo sa salita. Okay? Next is silence. The nurse should know when to offer silence to let the patient collect his or her thoughts. Kailangan alam ninyo kung kanila when to offer your silence para doon sila mas magsasalita. Okay? Huwag naman din yung super silent ka na kanina kapag di ka man lang tumango dyan, hindi ka man lang mag-facilitate ng general needs, di ba na parang walang pumusap yung pasyente, tinigil mo siya. Okay? You should know the difference between them. Okay? Okay, displays of emotion. So the nurse should let the patient express their feelings and emotions. Okay? So, as nurses, kailangan din tayong maging safe haven for our patients. Okay? Kailangan din maging therapeutic tayo sa kanila. Wherein nagpo-provide tayo ng safe haven for them to express anything. Kaya nga diba sabi ko, as nurses, kailangan isa yun sa mga skills na kailangan natin. We need to practice that. Okay? And for example, yung kaklase mo may problema, pwede mong i-practice na ikaw yung nagiging sandalan niya dyan, herself, express more. Without any judgment, ibigay mo sa kanila. Really, communication na yan, like, naging problema nila ng mga to. Yung intervention mo sila magbagal, minsan wala ng medical, so hindi na related sa case natin. Use direct questions to help maintain the flow of treatment para lang maibalik natin sila sa interview mo natin. Okay? Next, others in the room. I think I mentioned this earlier also. So, privacy should be ensured. Diba? If other individuals are in the room, we can ask the patient, okay lang ba na nandito sila? Or okay ka ba magsalita pag nandito sila? If not naman, then ask them to move out for a bit. Just to provide privacy for their patient. For disruptive individuals, and the patient is accompanied by disruptive individuals, you may ask them to leave if it affects the individual. Parang yun nga, unruly children, takbo. Pwedeng maingay na relatives, di ba? Pwedeng, excuse me lang po, pwede po kung sakali labas po muna sila. Or kung yung mga bata naman, you can ask another adult, pwede po pakihawakan po muna, i-interview po kasi namin yung patient, di ba? Pwede nyo ganon. Kung hindi man, kung sobrang ingay talaga, that's the time, palabasin nyo na sila. Di ba? Ganon lang yun. So, let's start with your comprehensive health history. These are some of the things that you will gather or interview your pasyente. Pinakauna, syempre, the biographic data. Lahat naman siguro kailangan ito. This is basic knowledge of your patient. Syempre, pangalan nila, diba? Okay? Their address, their phone number, para lang alam mo kung saan. communication, ano yung mas preferred language nila, like in Philippines or on Filipino naman. Okay, so basic yan na mga tinatanong sa question. Next is reason for seeking care. Okay, so a brief spontaneous statement in the patient's own words that describes the reason for the visit. It states one signs and symptoms and their duration. Okay, ito yung ano natin, chief complaint ang tinatawag. Chief complaint. Chief complaint is not a diagnostic statement. So avoid translating it into terms of medical diagnosis. Baka may pagbukas nyo ng chart, nakita nyo doon, chief complaint. Cough for 3 days. Okay? Kasi yun, akala mo na yun na yung medical diagnosis. Hindi po. Okay? Pwedeng sabihin natin ang final diagnosis ni doctor, pneumonia. Diba? Or tuberculosis. Nang ganon. Okay? So, pag chief complaint, yun yung dahilan niya why he or she went to the hospital. Bakit nga ba siya pumunta dito? Diba? Yun yung reason. There's kasi nagpupunta ako 3 araw na nahirapan na ako eh. So, that is the reason for seeking care, yung chief complaint nila. And then, it is set or state the signs and symptoms na na-feel nila and the duration. So, kung ang kanina, di ba, present health or history of their present illness. May pinagmulan ba nararamdaman niya ngayon? Diba? So, basically, this is a chronological record of the reason for seeking care from the time the symptom first started up until now. Okay, so final summary of the symptom should be typical calamity signs. Siyempre, location. Kailangan alam nyo kung saan. Okay, for example, pain. Is it localized to this site or nagra-radiate ba? Is it superficial or deep? What's the quality? What's the character of the pain? Is it the dull kind of pain? The sharp kind of pain? Aching, di ba? Namamanhid ba yan? Namimitig? Mahapdi ba yan? Etc. Diba? So, that's an example. The quantity or severity of signs and symptoms. There is no attempt to quantify the sign or the symptom or the sign and symptom. Okay? Example, profuse menstrual flow, so may 5 months per hour, diba? So, just by that, girls should know, diba? Kasi minsan if you have your period, siguro maximum na daw 3 times kayo magpalit in a day. 3 times kayo magpalit in 24 hours. Depende siya sa clothing mo. But someone change their pads, 5 pads in an hour, ibig sabihin, grabe yung bleeding niya. Kung napupunta niya yung isang pad, sa loob na, or sa 5 pads in an hour, kasi tawag na severe infection. So, you should check the severity of the situation. So, the timing, we're talking about the onset, duration, frequency. Okay, onset, when did the symptom first appear? Okay, kailan po nagsimula ito? Duration, how long did the symptom last? Okay, 15 minutes ba in pain siya? Was it steady, constant, or did it come and go, meaning intermittent siya? Okay, so yung frequency niya yun. Okay, so we're talking about the timing. Next is setting. Where was the person or what was the person doing when the symptoms started? Ang ginagawa niya nun? Kasi pwede na yung ginagawa niya nun, kung nasaan siya nun, is pa-aggravate dun sa situation niya. Pwede yun yung nagpalala dun sa sitwasyon niya. We need to consider that also. What brings it on? So, for example, chest pain. Did you notice the chest pain after carrying a heavy load, or did the pain start by itself? Nangyari po ba nung may binuhat kayo? Nangyari po ba to nung nagpapahinga lang kayo? Kasi we need to know, is it being aggravated by certain circumstances? Diba? So, we need to ask that also. Yan, aggravating or relieving factors. What makes it worse? May meaning what aggravates it? Lumalala ba dahil sa weather? Pag mainit ba, mas lumalala? Pag napapagod ba siya, mas lumalala? Pag kumain ba siya ng ganitong pagkain? Pag naggamot ba siya nito, may effect? Diba? So, you need to consider yung mga nagpapalala. Kailangan nyo ring tanungin sa kanila yung mga yun. What relieves it? Paano ba yung nagpapagaan ng sitwasyon? Okay, when you rest, is the pain gone? Is it alleviated? Okay, once you take your medication, nawawala po ba? Is it working or does it work immediately? Okay, mga ice pack. Ayan. So, what is the effect of the treatment and what have you tried or what seems to help the condition? Okay, ano yung nakakatulong para mas ma-relieve yun? Okay? Okay, associated factors. So, is the primary symptom associated with others? Ito yung sinasabi ko kanina na as you fish for data, as you gather for data, tinitignan nyo na yung, or you are concluding if some of them are related to one another. Okay? So, for example, urinary frequency, ihi ng ihi si pasyente, and burning associated with fevers and chills. Okay, kasi si pasyente may fevers and chills siya, tapos may urinary frequency, tapos masakit daw pag umiihi siya. Okay? Pag na-relate natin yung mga yun, maybe you can suspect urinary tract infection pa. Diba? So, you need to associate them with each other if they are related with one another. Okay? Next. Okay, the patient's perception. So, find out the meaning of the symptom by asking how it affects the daily activities of the patient. What do you think it means? Okay? So, this can alert the nurse for potential anxiety. Meaning, may anxiety ba tong pasyenteng to? How does he or she see her situation? Diba? Paano nila nakikita yung sitwasyon nila? Sa tingin ba nila, nagpapanik pa sila? Or kalmado pa rin sila? Or wala silang pake? Diba? It really depends upon their perception because their perception will change how they accept your interventions. Okay? Next. Ito. Yung PQRST ninyo. Okay. So this is just a summary of what we've discussed earlier. Provocation or palliative, meaning aggravating or alleviating. Diba? Aggravating or relieving. Yun yung tawag sa provocation or palliative. Okay, so what brings it on? What were you doing when you first noticed it? What makes it better or worse? Ito yung kanina rin lang. Quality or quantity? How does it look? How does it feel? Sound? Gaano ka-intense? Severe? Region or radiation? When we were talking about the location earlier, di ba? Severity scale? How bad is it? Timing and onset? And understanding their perception. This is just a summary of yung mga diniscuss natin kanina. Diba? Just for you to remember it easily, and PQRSTU. So that's another technique para lang mas maalala ninyo. Next is their past health history. So the past health events may have certain residual effects sa current state nila. Baka may nangyari ng childhood nila a few years ago that affects them now. Okay, so their previous experience with certain illnesses may give clues on how the patient responds to illnesses for him or her. Okay, so for example, yung mga childhood illnesses nila, experience na ba nila yung measles, yung mumps, rubella, chickenpox, pertussis, strep throat. Okay, but usually naman kasi in the Philippines may mga vaccines na tayo, di ba? Kaya medyo nalilesen natin yan. Okay, accidents and injuries. Were they involved in car accidents? Meron bang fracture? Meron ba silang head injuries, burns and falls? Ayan. Kasi itong mga to, it can result to their condition now. Okay, serious or chronic illnesses, yung mga pangmatagalang sakit. Okay, pag chronic, sabi natin, pangmatagalan na po yan. Okay, for example, diabetes, mellitus, hypertension, heart disease, cancer, seizure disorder. Ayan, meron kasi pasyente niyan. Hospitalization, what is the cause? Why were they hospitalized? What's the name of the hospital? How the condition went? Diba, gumaling ba siya? Or bigla na lang siyang umuwi? Ayaw na ba niyang ma-admit doon? Etc. Operations. So, did they have any type of surgery? Okay. Date. Name of the surgeon, kailan ba ito ginawa? 5 years ago ba? 10 years ago ba? Name of the hospital and how he or she recovered. Ba't nyo malaman? Ay, nurse, nung nagkaroon ako ng operation na yun, nagka-problema ako sa anesthesia, nahirapan ako, etc. So, may baseline na tayo. Diba? Kaya nga tinatanong natin lahat ng nangyayari sa patient. We need to ask everything regarding the patient that could help us with our interventions or the nursing process. Okay? Okay. So, let's talk about the OP history. Ay, skip ko pala to. We will be doing this face-to-face. Mas magandang face-to-face itong OP history. Mas mag-enjoy kayo. Wait lang, skip ko. Baka makita nyo na yung yung ipapagawa ko sa inyo. Saglit lang na. Skip lang natin. Hindi nyo muna makita. Para naman mag-enjoy kayo pag natin. Immunizations, yung MMR sa kailan ninyo, polio vaccine, DPT, diphtheria, pertussis, tetano, yung pneumococcal vaccine. So, booster shots. Kayo din, sooner or later, mapaprehepapi kayo. Kasi, kailangan nyo din ng booster once you are at the hospitals. Okay? So, get ready for that pag second year na kayo, di ba? It's also a requirement by the hospitals kasi last exam date, yung mga physical exam, dental, vision, hearing, ECG, chest ray exams. Kailan ba? Last na ginawa sa kanila. But you know, here in the Philippines, diba? Ginagawa lang naman yung mga yan pag malala na yung sakit or ginagawa lang nila pag kailangan talaga. Okay, it's very rare for us to go for a general check-up. Pumupunta lang tayo pag may nararamdaman na tayo. Okay, I don't know, it's because it's not our priority, diba? So, depende rin kasi sa Philippines, diba? Some of us aren't earning that much. Therefore, hindi pinaprioritize yung health. Diba? Minsan, ang mahal-mahal naman sa hospital. So, allergies. Okay? Note both the allergies. Okay, pag merong allergies pasyente, medication ba, food, or contrast agent, diba? And the reaction. Okay? Ano yung nangyayari ba kay patient? Nagkakaroon lang ba siya ng rash? Nagkakaroon lang ba ng itching, runny nose, watery eyes? Pinaka-worst naman yung DOB or difficulty of breathing. Kung kayo din naman, mas gusto nyo nang katihin kayo dyan or magka-rash kayo kasi mahirapan kayong huminga dun sa allergy nyo, diba? Okay, so we need to know the reaction of the patient. Baka mamaya, sabi niya siya, ay hindi nurse, magkaka-rash lang ako. Sabi niya, ganun. Yung pala, biglang nag-DOB, nahirapan huminga. Nagkaroon pa kayo ng cold flu. Okay, worst comes to worst, nag-cold flu pa kayo. Okay? So, you need to take note of those things. Kaya nga sabi ko, lahat tinatanong natin sa pasyente. Hindi sa pagiging maarte yan. Okay? Sorry. Current medication. So, note all prescription and OTC medications, yung mga over-the-counter na tinitake nila. Yung mga nabibili lang without prescription pag sinabi natin over-the-counter, ha? So, for each medication, you need to take note of the name, the dose, and the schedule. Kailangan alam nila yun. Kailangan alam nyo din. Baka kasi mamaya, meron na pala siya nitong gamot na to, tapos in-order din ng doktor, magkaka-overdose si pasyente. Okay? So, how often do you take it each day? Para saan po to? Kailangan alam nila. How long have you been taking it? Gaano nyo na po katagal kung iniinom? Okay? Kasi kailangan din natin evaluate. Eh, baka mamaya, 10 years na pala niyang tinitik. Kulang nangyayari. Diba? So, either to continue and change or hindi na natin babaguhin itong gamot na to or continue itong gamot na to pero change the dose. Or pwede naman i-discontinue na natin kung gagamat na to eh. Baguhin na lang natin yung gamot, yung mas effective. Pwede gano'n. Okay. These data may have genetic significance for the patient. Okay, ask about the history. So, yung mga common natin, common mga chronic illnesses natin, heart diseases, hypertension, stroke, diabetes, cancer, anemia, arthritis, allergies, obesity, alcoholism, mental illness, seizure disorders, kidney disease, and TB. Ayan yung mga madalas, especially here in the Philippines, yung mga madalas na yan yung mga common din ang pinagkakata yung mga family. Okay? So, personal and psychosocial history, their personal status, how are they right now? How do they perceive things? Okay? Are they mentally okay right now? Are they physically okay right now? Their family and social relationships, do they have a good relationship with their family? Their friends, their partner, tama ba inaabot sa'yo ng partner? Diet and nutrition, diba? Ano yung common na diet nila? Huwag kayo ginawa ba nila yung in the past? Are they sober now? Are they clean now? Okay, you need to consider that. we will be discussing vital signs and kung ano yung mga equipment na ginagamit para. Okay? Do you have any questions? May mga questions? May mga hindi malinaw? Or okay na kayo? You can use the chat box or okay. Okay. Not po, ma'am. Okay. Sige. Okay, so if you do not have any more questions, so you have the remaining time for yourself, can you check Nanda? Sana balikan niyo yung Nanda ulit ha, kung hindi niyo pa natitignan. Balikan niyo yun. Pakibasa lang muna. And then if you already have your book, pwede naman kayong mag-proceed sa chapter 3 na. Okay, basahin yun. Okay, so that would be all, ma'am. Magkakasama. Yeah, okay. Isan nyo lang sa akin yung kung sino yung magkakasama. Doon na lang sa JC natin, ha? Type nyo na lang doon kung may mga magkakasama sa inyo. Okay, so I'll just be taking a photo na lang of your attendance here. And wait.